This past weekend was ClarksvilleCon here in my hometown of Clarksville, Tennessee. It's always a good time. I try to make it every time that they have a show. The guests, the vendors, the cosplay. Oh gosh, the cosplay was spectacular. So let's dive right in. I'm actually starting to get recognized at these things, which is pretty cool. One girl actually recognized me from YouTube. Another had the first issue of Moby Dick Back from the Deep, and she was eager to get the next 4 issues of that, so that was fun. Some other folks actually remembered my Zombisaurus books, and the showrunner even seemed to remember me. Not my name, but he remembered my face, so hey, that's something, right? Anyway, these things let me connect with writers like Wells Thompson, the creator of Frankenstein the Unconquered, and it also lets me connect with creators that I've met before, like Ben Blankenship, the author of Wandslinger Willie's Merlinesque Marvels and Mayhem Show, a collection of stories about the Wild West where cowboys, instead of pistols, they wield magic wands, and it's awesome. Ben and I were actually seated right next to each other this time. So it was really cool hanging out with him again the entire day, even if the horns from his hat almost poked me in the eye. Benny the Skelly, our official Schorr Manor mascot, was also with me. He's becoming a bit of a crowd favorite at these things. This con also had members of the old WWE tag team Demolition. This actually goes so far back to when, instead of being WWE, it was actually WWF. Does anybody who doesn't have gray hair in their beard remember it being the WWF? But anyway, they were there. I didn't get a chance to go meet them, but I did get to have a conversation with somebody who passionately hates CM Punk with every fiber of his being. Which made for an interesting conversation because I'm actually a pretty big Punk fan. But, hey, that's the beauty of professional wrestling. You're allowed to love and hate whoever you want, except Virgil. Everybody hates Virgil. But the highlight for me was the cosplayers. I'm always amazed at what people create out of just a sheer love for some series or story, and then the sort of no-holds-barred creativity they often bring with it. There was Khonshu from Moon Knight, which this kid just built with her dad. There was also one of the first victims in the Saw movies. There was a corpse bride. There was a member of the Survey Corps from Attack on Titan. There was the Punisher, and something I see at least once, more and more ever since the pandemic, the Plague Doctor. Not to mention a whole slew of others I didn't recognize because, let's face it, I'm getting older and more out of touch. I even witnessed a super-powered standoff right in front of my table. But the main event for me had to be this amazing mashup this guy created with The Mandalorian and Pepsi. Yes, Pepsi. So naturally, I had to get in on this picture. I couldn't let this guy, I had to be part of this one. So I got in there and we created a photograph that you're never going to see on any mainstream platform out there because of the trademark marketing nightmare it would present. So we created the pepsalorean versus Coca-Cola. So yeah, there was the Clarksvocon. It's always a blast. I did really well once again. Maybe folks are interested in my spooky books. So hey, that's cool, right? If you are, I'll just say there are links to our online shops with print editions, digital copies, and spooky t-shirts down in the links below. So hey, check those out. Of course, be sure to like and subscribe. I think it's written somewhere in several religious texts and law books that we have to say that in every YouTube video. But, hey, thanks for watching, and always happy haunting. All right, I'm on my way to the convention. Leaving now. It's going to be interesting to see what anybody passing by me thinks about Benny here in the passenger seat.